Okay. Now it's okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Then these are the different root systems: crown root, then seminal roots, then primary roots and lateral roots. Okay. These are the bark roots. It is a monoecious plant. It is in case of photoperiodic aspect, it is a short day plant or faculty to long night plant. It's not day neutral plant. Then bark roots. These roots are useful to avoid losing. Then coming to maize plant morphology and maize plant. This is how the maize plant look like. Roots, we just discussed the 4 type of roots. Here you can observe the pop roots or bark roots also here, whatever here emerging. Then here your crown roots also there. Then how many internodes is there in one maize plant on an
14.
average?
14, sir.
14
14.
internodes you can observe.
14.
Then this is the male inflorescence. We call as a tassel having lateral branches. Okay. Then frog leaf. I asked you about frog leaves. Who is texture something?
The top.
Yeah, the topmost leaf. But what is
Topmost
the
leaf.
contribution of frog leaf in photosynthesis? Yes. What is the contribution of frog leaf? How much it contributes? Just okay. Anyhow, we'll submit by tomorrow. That's our assignment question. Okay. Then is the frog leaf. Then this is the tassel portion where this tassel male inflorescence emerge. Then coming to female inflorescence, it is called as a air. Then after cob, the styles emerge from this portion. Okay. Tassel is branched inflorescence. 10 to 50 lateral branches will be there. Ear does not have branches, but your female inflorescence does not have branches. But after formation of cob, it having on an average 16 lines on that cob and up to 800 your kernels or seeds is there. Okay. Ear does not have branches, but its thick axis is called as a cob. Male flowers are born on the tassel, which release pollen that is early spread by wind, easily spread by wind. That is the pollens are easily spread for pollination purpose. Okay, these male flowers mature or emerge early. That's why what mechanism is present in maize?
Potandry.
Potrandy. That
Boundary.
leads to which pollination?
Cross pollination.
Cross pollination.
Cross pollination.
An ear. Ear is a top or several auxiliary bud. Birds termate is an ear capable of producing mature kernels. The ears are the top or auxiliary buds modify into ears and further it produce kernels. Then cob. The thick axis of ear called as a cob. Elongated stigmas called silks emerge from the husk leaves at the end of the ear. Elongated stigmas, what are these stigmas? Okay, what we call as styles also. That elongated stigmas called as a silks emerge from the husk leaves at the end of the ear, often pale yellow in color, and the length of that silks or styles is okay 7 inches in length. At the end of the silks is a capable. At the end of the silks is a capable which may develop into a kernel after pollination or after fertilization. Once that pollen is comes to that there and that is pollen generation will occurs and further pollination is complete. Once the pollination is complete, that forms fertilized or this kernels or seeds or whatever that maize seed. Okay, tell me one thing. single-seeded fruit. What we call single-seeded fruit? It may be in paddy or it may be in wheat. These all are single-seeded fruits, no? What is the caryopsis?
Caryopsis.
Caryopsis. Yeah, but in here in maize we call that is a kernel in this seed. Yes, kernel means your that maize seed, one grain, that is. Then the maximum size of kernel is about 1 inch. Generally, maize plant produce 14 number of internode, means as just we discussed, there is a 14 internodes on an average based on the, again, some plants are short, some plants are long, but the internodes are on an average 14. Then coming to growth stages. First one is vegetative growth stage, emergence and germination up to reproductive stage. That stage called as vegetative growth stage represents the number of leaves with visible colors. Then tesseling stage, next one. Tesseling emerge fully about 2 to 3 days period to the silking stage. Just we discussed there is a 2 to 3 gap, 2 to 3 days gap between tesseling and silking. Hill damage is most significant at tesseling stage. If hills, what is here? Hell? What is this hill? What hell? What it mean hill? Your meteorology over?
Hailstones.
Yes. Type of rainfall, there is a different type of rainfalls. Hill, rim, rain, freezing fog, whatever that. Hill, what is the hill? Thunderstorms, hill is a type of rain. Having that means rain with means what we call is a solid ice. Yeah, that was solidified. Means that type of rain is damage the your crop. If that hills occurs during the this tesseling stage, then there is a severe damage. Okay. Then coming to reproductive stage. Reproductive stage, silking, that is R1. This tesseling and silking are more critical for moisture stress, same time nutrient stress. If you are not providing sufficient moisture or nutrient in these two stages, then your crop yield going to reduce very drastically. So, what is the which stage is the very critical stage for moisture or nutrient in case of maize?
Silking
Yes,
stage.
yes.
Tasseling and silking
Tasseling
stage.
and silking
Silking.
stage are critical stages for moisture stress and nutrient stress. Then silking about 2 to 3 days after the tasseling, the silking stage begins after 2 to 3 days. Then of tasseling, this thready strands called as a silks start to emerge. What are this thready strands of this? This is called as silks or styles. The styles or silks emerge after 2 to 3 days of your tassel. Then next one is blistering stage, that is R2 stage. At this stage, the silks will start becoming drier and brown in color. Okay, means pollination is over. Starch begins to accumulate in the kernels. Okay, then next one is R3 milking, followed by dove stage and dent. Kernels begin to turn yellow in color. In this stage, milking stage, kernels begin to turn in yellow in color with a milky fluid on the inside of that kernel. If you press that, okay, that immature kernel or seed, then the milky like solution secretion will come out. The milk stage starts approximately 20 days after the silking stage. After silking, the pollination and fertilization and for all these things, it will take 20 days. There is a 20 days gap between silking and milk stage. Then physiological maturity. 55 days after silking stage, that is R6. After silking, it will take to attain physiological maturity is 55 days. It will take for physiological maturity. What is it? What it mean by physiological maturity? Yes, what it mean by physiological maturity and what is mean by any other type of maturity? Any term is there?
Harvest.
Harvest maturity. What is the difference between these two?
7 day physiological maturity వచ్చిన 7 days కి హార్వెస్టల్ మెచ్యూరిటీ వచ్చింది సార్.
I am not asking how many days after. What is the difference? Physiological maturity, nothing but at physiological maturity, the photosynthesis from your source to sink, translocation of photosynthesis will be stopped. But even that time, your grains having some moisture and green, somewhat greeny. This from this physiological maturity to harvesting maturity, that plant slowly turn into pale yellow and brown color and dies. Means even though if you harvest at physiological maturity, you will get good yield, but some seeds, something less yield compared to your this thing, your harvest maturity and more moisture content. That's why the quality will be damn this less quality grain you will get. But the thing is, whenever if you want to harvest at physiological maturity, when it situation occurs means if you are having you want to start next crop immediately, there is not sufficient time available, then you can harvest at physiological maturity. It's not give that much yield loss. But if you have sufficient time, you have to wait. You have to wait up to, you can wait up to harvest maturity. Otherwise, you can harvest at physiological maturity. You will get a good yield. There is no that much significant yield loss. Okay, that is the two different maturities: physiological maturity and your harvest maturity. There is just many times they are asking the questions in your vivas or somewhere in your examination point of view also and competitive point of view also. Physiological maturity means when the translocation of photosynthesis from source. What is the source in plant? What is the source and what is the sink?
Leaves, sir.
Leaves or sinker?
Source.
Source.
Source, sir.
Why it is
Source,
source? Why we call it is a source?
because food is prepared.
Photosynthesis occurs there and photosynthesis translocated from leaves to sink. What is sink? Whatever your fruit, seed, where the storing location, that is sink. So the translocation almost over. Okay. This is about morphology and growth stages. Then coming to climate. In India, it grows in all states except in Kerala. Your maize is grown in all the, how many states in India? 28, 27, 29, how many?
29.
29.
28. No, J&K is not a state, I think so. Is it state or union territory? Okay, whatever that. All the states except Kerala. And has we already discussed your C4, the maize is a C4 crop. It's having canned anatomy. Then it is a what about your water use efficiency of maize crop? Very low, is it? Water use efficiency high as compared to your C3 plants like paddy and wheat. Okay, because of it's a C4 comes under C4. And carbon saturation point, CO2 carbon dioxide saturation point is high or low in case of C4. Yes,
Low, sir.
low. It may carry out your photosynthetic process. Even your carbon dioxide levels is very low as compared to your C3 plants. Okay. Then first coming to temperature. Maize require the warm and humid climate. Maize require warm and humid climate. And for germination purpose, 21 degrees Celsius is the best suitable. For growth, 32 degrees Celsius is required. Maize crop stop its growth when the night temperature goes below 15 degrees Celsius. Maize crop stops its growth when night temperature goes below 15 degrees Celsius. Tell me, there is a one term is known as base temperature. What is that base temperature? And another term is that cardinal temperatures. Yes, your metrology is over. What is base temperature? Anybody? I will give you a chocolate. Otherwise, I will give you absent. ID number 17.
Present, sir.
Girisha?
Sir, present, sir.
Anybody? Item number 54.
Sir,
Chepu. Base temperature.
minimum
Chepu.
minimum temperature. Sir.
Yeah, minimum temperature is ఎంత minimum? Base temperature is a temperature where the further growth of that crop plant is stopped.
Zero.
In case of wheat, that is 5 to 4 degrees Celsius. In case of your paddy, 10 degrees. Maize also 10 to 15. Okay. Then tell me what about cardinal temperatures? Cardinal temperature. What is cardinal temperature? Minimum, optimum, maximum. These three are together called as a cardinal temperature for that crop. Okay. And your maize crop stop its growth when it reaches night temperature, when it goes below 15 degrees Celsius. Then extreme high temperature and low humidity during the flowering results in poor grain field. During the flowering stage, during the pollination stage or grain filling stage, means especially flowering and pollination, when pollination and fertilization stage, if there is a extreme temperature, very high or very low temperature and low humidity causes poor grain filling, and further it reduces the yield. Then maize is susceptible to frost. What is frost? Frost.
Monsoon.
Okay. Frost free period is required for maize crop. Anirudh, క్లాస్ అవుతుంది బా, నేను చేస్తా. ఎప్పుడు నువ్వు చేసినా ఇప్పుడు ఏదో ఒకటి వస్తుంది. ఇప్పుడే చేస్తున్నా, క్లాస్ అయిపోయి చేస్తా. యా, maize requires frost free period is 120 to 140 days, and on average it requires frost free period to prevent damage. Sensitive to moisture stress, excess water. It is sensitive for moisture stress also, same time it also sensitive for water logging, excess water. Okay, poor drainage. Photoperiodism is short day plant, as we discussed. Okay, then okay, that's all about climate. Then coming to soil. Maize grows better on well drained sandy loam to clay loam soils. Where it grows? Well, sandy loam to clay loam. How? What is this sandy loam? What is this clay loam? What it is? What is this? Soil type or soil structure or soil? What is that? Soil texture. Yes.
Teacher.
Soil
Texture.
How
Texture.
many
Soil
textural classes is there? How many textural classes is there?
12 sir.
12,
12
sir.
soil
12,
type.
sir. 12.
So your maize preferably grown sandy loam to clay loam soils. But what is required? Well drained. Well drained means waterlogged soils are not suitable because of its maize crop is very sensitive to waterlogging. Then maize is relatively well adapted to wide range of soils, but your soil reaction pH range, generally it is, we can grow from 5 to 8, but the optimum pH requirement for better growth is 7.5 to 8.5, slightly alkali. Okay, we can go from 5 to 8, but 7.5 to 8.5 is optimum. It does not do well in acidic cells. Your maize crop is not perform well in acidic cells. Okay, then aluminum toxicity could become a problem on soils with pH less than 5. In acid cells, aluminum toxicity is one of the problem. Aluminum toxicity. Okay, then and phosphorus unavailability. Aluminum toxicity and phosphorus unavailability is the one of the problem in case of acid cells where the pH less than 5. Aluminum concentration is more than 40%. It is sensitive to soil salinity also. That's why the optimum pH for better growth of maize crop is 7.5 to 8.5. Then, okay. Now we discussed morphology, growth stages, climate requirement, and your soils. But what you have to write about climate, if they are asking question about climate, the climate requirement of maize, you have to write first which type of climate is suitable. Maize crop is suitable for warm, humid climate. Then you also have to mention that rainfall. Okay, what is the approximate rainfall? 450 to 600 mm is suitable, required. Okay, then temperature, climate, humidity, and frost. These are the basic things. Case of climate, you have to mention while writing the question. Answer to the climate related question for any crop. Then you can mention physiological aspects also there. Then coming to soil, you have to write which type of soil texture is suitable. Okay, structure. Then which type of and then what is the soil pH or soil reaction? Which type of soil reaction is suitable? Then what is the general depth of soils or all those things we have to mention. Then nutrient levels and acid reactions. This all these things you have to mention to get maximum marks. Then come to land preparation. Okay, now we are ready with the seeds. Okay, now we are going to sow the crop. Then what we have to sow? Where we have to sow? You have to prepare a field. You have to prepare seed bed. Maize requires well aerated, moist and weed-free land. Maize requires well aerated, moist and weed-free land. For that, what we have to do? What is tillage? What is tillage?
Physical manipulation of with
manipulation of
tools
soil.
and
How
implement.
many types of tillage is there?
Two types.
Two types: primary tillage, secondary
Secondary
tillage.
tillage.
That's all.
Zero till.
Zero
Zero
tillage.
tillage is also there.
Slow plant tillage.
That's okay. That zero tillage, minimum tillage, okay. No tillage, tillage. What is the general type of tillage? Only primary, secondary, no other. What about intercultural operations, intercultivation?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then we have to the procedure, whatever that land pulverization from starting from plowing, means plowing to seed bed. This is the primary tillage, and means leveling and harrowing, all those things comes under. Means plowing is a primary, and harrowing, leveling, and bed preparation is secondary. So maize requires well aerated, moist and weed free land. Why we have to till? Why tillage is required means easy to facilitate for sowing. Then remove the your weeds, stubbles, same time to conserve the soil moisture. Then how many tillage is required? One deep plowing in light textured soils is required. One deep plowing. Then how much deep? And what is the root depth of the maize? And deep tillage, for deep tillage, deep plowing, which implement we are using?
MB plow.
Yeah, which plow?
MB
Which
plow,
plow?
sir.
Tell me.
Mold bottle plow, sir.
Okay, MB plow. Generally, in any crop, we are suggesting that every 3 years, once in every 3 years, in case of dry land, especially, once in every 3 years, we have to go for deep summer tillage to avoid all the problems like weed, then moisture conservation, soil turnage, soil inversion, then to avoid this pest and disease problem, all these things. So here in case of maize, in light texture soil, one deep plowing we have to carry out. In heavy soils, 2 to 3 deep plowing, 2 to 4 deep plowings is required. Then followed by 2 to 3 harrowings. What is harrowing? What is difference between plowing and harrowing? Plowing and harrowing. Jamie. Oi.
Leveling, sir.
Leveling.
Smoothing and
Leveling is leveling. What is harrowing? Yeah,
for
what you
breaking
learned
the
in your
soil
one
and
or two course. Just you
ఎక్కువ
write the
లోతుకి
this is your assignment. Difference between. Okay, already I was given one question about plug leaf. This is the second question. Okay, difference between ploughing and harrowing and their implements, suitable implements. Along with the suitable implements, you have to write. Then 2 to 3 harrowing is required, followed by planking. Okay, ridges and furrows are made in entire field, especially in high rainfall regions. Generally, we will sow this maize crop in flat seed beds. But in case of where the high rainfall zones, rainfall regions, where the frequent rainfall and the average rainfall above 750 mm, in that particular case, we have to go for ridge and furrow type of sowing to easily to easily remove excess rainwater through these furrows. Maize seeds are sown on side of the ridges in case of ridge and furrow method. Okay, prepared land, seed bed, then we have to sow now. Sowing. What are the different aspects in case of sowing? First is seed, then then seed treatment, then seed rate. Okay, then depth of the sowing, direction of the sowing, seed rate, seed treatment, depth of the sowing, direction of the sowing, time of the sowing. Okay, these all things we have to study under seed and sowing. Then coming to time of the sowing, when you have to sow. Maize cultivated throughout the year, as we just discussed in the previous class. It is grown in both the tropical and temperate crops, temperate climate, and especially other except in Kerala, it will go throughout the India in both the seasons. Maize cultivated throughout the year in one or other part of the country. Okay, then Kharif season. Kharif season starts from when? Yeah. What is Kharif? What is Rabi? Which monsoon will get rainfall in during Kharif season? From which type of monsoon? Yes. Roy,
June to September, sir.
June to September.
which type of monsoon we
November.
having? Which type of monsoon?
Southwest.
Southwest monsoon.
southwest monsoon.
Southwest monsoon. What is monsoon? What is monsoon? Anybody? What is monsoon? How many types it? What is monsoon?
ఋతుపవన
Okay, what is Ritupavanalu then? I'm not asking Telugu meaning or English meaning. What is that? What is that actually? Monsoon,
Change
these
of
are
climate.
trade winds. These are
Seasonal change.
Winds.
seasonal
Change.
Change in
seasonal
the
change. ఏం change రే? నా తలకాయ. These are winds, trade winds.
Winds
What is
blows
that?
from to southwest, sir.
ఏంది మళ్ళీ చెప్పు?
Winds blows to southwest, sir.
ఎక్కడ సౌత్ వెస్ట్? ఎక్కడి నుంచి వస్తాయి ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్? ట్రేడ్ విండ్స్ మూవింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ Pacific Ocean towards from Pacific Ocean towards Hindu Ocean, the Indian Ocean. Then it first enters into where it enters in India first.
Kerala.
కేరళ
Kerala. At the in Hindu Ocean, the Indian Ocean, it changed into two branches. Okay, diverted into two branches. One branch enters into Kerala and another branch enter into Assam. This is Bay of Bengal. Which branch enters into Assam, that is called as a Bay of Bengal branch, and this is a Arabian Ocean branch. Okay, there are two different branches is there in your southwest monsoon. And first it is enter around last day or around last week of May, or first week or first June, or first week of your June. This is normal season, normal monsoon time. Okay, so as we discussed we discussed in last class how much percentage of the total maize crop under irrigation, or how much under
25.
under rainfed condition.
75.
75%.
And
Almost 70% of your maize is comes under rainfed condition, and it entirely depends on your monsoon, occurrence of onset of monsoon. If your monsoon is delayed, your sowing of crop is delayed. So any rainfed crop sowing time is based on onset of monsoon. In normal years, in case of Indian condition, monsoon starts from 1st July in Kerala. Like that, it will be enters in 30 days throughout India. Okay. If monsoon delayed, then delayed sowing. We can't do anything. That's not in our hand. That's not in completely in hands of nature. So that's why that is the one of the main reason in in case of low productivity of maize in India, because completely mostly almost 70% depends on the rainfall, and if the timely rainfalls is come, monsoon is come, then we will get good yield. Otherwise, it's gone. Okay. So Kharif season with onset of monsoon in June or July, onset of monsoon is a sowing of maize crop in Kharif. And entirely out of the 70% is generally 70% total out of total maize, 70% maize is 70 to 75% is dry land. Among that, whatever the only 15%, and if you divide this one like seasonally, only Rabi maize is only 15%. Remaining all are only other than means 85% of your maize crop under Kharif and summer season, Kharif season only. Then means and if you and entire the Kharif season crop, almost total your Kharif season maize is comes under your rain feed. There is no farmer apply irrigation during the Kharif season. It's completely based on the monsoon. Okay. So the time of sowing is depends on the monsoon, onset of monsoon. Yield of Kharif maize is 1.5 to 2 times less compared to Rabi season crop. Why so? Yield of the maize is less compared to Rabi maize. Why?
ఎక్కువగా డ్రై ఏరియాస్ ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి
Okay, moisture stress is the one of the reason. Other than that, there is completely rainfall based on rainfall. There is no irrigation. That's why that is one of the reason. Other than that, anybody? Generally, not only maize, most of the crops, the yield of Kharif season is less compared to Rabi season because of your Kharif season is mostly cloudy. In Kharif, this all months are cloudy, low sunshine availability, low photoperiodic hours, photoperiodic units available for photosynthesis, and almost clear sky days. Clear sky is very less time. That's why photosynthetic process is reduced. And other than this, cloudy, most of times it's cloudy means the pest and disease occurrence also more. These all are the reasons to low yield of Kharif maize compared to Rabi maize. Then coming to irrigated crop, October to January or irrigated crop or your Rabi crop, generally sown from October to January. Sowing maize at about 5 days before onset of monsoon, providing irrigation result in good plant stand and highest grain yields. Okay, this is one of the other concept in some areas. Farmers following dry sowing in monsoon in Kharif season. Farmers following dry sowing means what they are doing, sowing before onset of monsoon, 5 to 6 days or 4 to 5 days before earlier then predicted monsoon date. Means if you are predicted the 5th June is the monsoon rains will start, then they will sow on 1st June. What is the advantage? They already sown in the maize seed in the soil in field. Once that rain is occurs, immediately germination will start and it will catch up the time. Then you are not sown on the 1st June. You are waited up to monsoon. On 5th June, monsoon is rain is came. Then once rain is occurred means rainfall is occurred means it will take 2 to 3 days to carry out the your sowing operation and reach to your field capacity situation, field capacity stage, and further it will delayed another 5 days. So your sowing may be around 10th June. So you lost 5 days there. You lose 5 days there. That's why that 5 days is very important. Just think one basic, just take a listen one basic thing. Time of sowing is more and more important in case of crops. Why? Because in case of annual crops. Why? Because the major source of plant growth and yield growth and development is sunlight. That's if you delayed, then the sunlight. If you delayed 5 days, then the sunlight hours also for the required for that entire crop period of 120 days also reduced. That's why there is one concept in Telugu that is Karte concept. Rohini Karte, Arudra Karte, that all are Kartes. They are then farmers. If you have anybody from farmers family, the farmers, most of the farmers, no, it means this generation, not this generation, your grandfather generation, and some of this generation farmers also, they are calculating cartes sowing based on cartes. That carte, there is I think some 12 or some 26 cartes is Rohine, Arudra, like that. Rohine, Arudra, Murgasira. Okay, that is means every 15 days is one carte. That is more important. When that sowing window, the sowing time is more important to get optimum yield and to overcome some of the diseases, some of the pest occurrences. Okay, then Punjab Sati 1, most suitable variety for summer season having ability of heat tolerant and mature in 70 days only. There is one variety called as a Punjab Sati 1. It is more suitable for summer cultivation. It is heat tolerant variety and the crop growth period maturity duration is only 70 days. Within 70 days we can harvest crop. Okay, that about time of sowing. Kharif season, we have to sow based on the onset of monsoon in June, July. Then, in case of irrigated crop, October to January. Then, there is another aspect. There is a rice fallow, maize. Is the one concept is there. After harvesting of Kharif rice, nowadays some farmers sowing maize in that rice fallow fields without any tillage operations as with the zero means as a zero till maize. That is one aspect we'll discuss in next class, means next in coming class. And an average, okay, coming to seed and sowing, seed rate. An average 6,000 to 8,000 plants is required for 1 hectare area. What is the optimum plant population for 1 hectare area? Yes, what is the plant population? Low.
60,000 to
60,000 to
80,000
80,000
plants.
to
1,000
80,000.
plants per hectare is required. Then to obtain this much 80,000 of plants per hectare, how many kgs of seed you have to sow? How you have to calculate the seed rate? What is 1 hectare means how many? How 1 hectare
10,000.
means how many acres?
10,000.
10,000.
2.5 acres.
2.5 acres.
2.5.
Acres.
How many kilometers?
10,000 square.
10,000 kilometers.
Meters.
Meters,
Yes,
10,000 meters. Square meters, meters.
square meters.
Squares,
10,000
Okay, what
square
about
meters.
kilometer? Kilometer. How many square kilometers? 1 hectare.
10,000.
You note down and tell me in next class. Okay. So, okay, how you calculate the seed rate? The plant population, you know that 80,000. You know the area is 1 hectare and 10,000 meters square. And how much kg, how many kg seed is required? You need any other inputs? What you need?
Spacing, sir. Spacing.
Spacing.
Area
Plant
spacing.
population. Why you need spacing? Plant population already you having. Spacing is required to calculate the plant population. Yeah, I am already given plant population. Okay. Okay, you don't forget about spacing, plant population. Okay, there is a spacing of 16 to 25. How much seed that is required? What you need, any other inputs is need required? Hey, Jabaro, what is seed index and test weight? Yes, what is seed index? What is test weight? You are already completed your 1 or 2 course. What is seed index? What is test weight? Anybody? Like Girisha?
Present, sir.
You present option and what is test
Yeah.
weight and what is seed index?
Tell you, sir.
Already, I think you are already calculated this seed requirement problems. You are already carried out in your 1 or 2 course.
Tell you, sir.
Test weight. 100 seeds weight is test weight. 100 seeds weight is test weight. Then what about seed index?
1,000.
1,000.
Is it? Is it? 1,000 seeds weight is test weight, not 100 seeds. 1,000 seeds weight is test weight. 100 seeds weight is seed index. Okay. Then which one when we use seed index, when you use test weight? In case of smaller seeds, seed size is small, like your sisamam and all, jawar. That case we are using your bajra, jawar, sisamam, whatever moong, we are using test weight.
Test weight.
In case of larger seed like your maize, like is your cotton, this times we are using 100 seed weight, that is seed index. To calculate seed rate, we need spacing, area, otherwise plant population, then test weight, purity percentage, germination percentage. This is required. Okay. Anyhow, we will discuss that one later. So, general spacing recommended for maize crop is 60 into 25 centimeters. Okay. Optimum spacing. What is the spacing?
60 into 25
60 into
centimeters.
What is 60? What is
10 to
25?
60 row
between
plant
the
to plant, row to
between the
row.
rows 60 centimeters, sir.
For
Between
pure
the
crop,
plants 25.
okay, with this space, this plant population and this spacing, for pure crop, on an average, you require 20 to 25 kg seed per hectare. For pure crop, for grain crop, okay, grain crop. Remember that one. 20 to 25 kg seeds per hectare. Coming to intercropping with soybean, 1:2 ratio. Here, soybean is one row, then followed by 2 rows of maize, then followed by 2 rows of your followed by 1 row of your this one. 1 row soybean, 2 rows maize, then again soybean. That type of intercropping, 15 kg is required. Intercropping with soybean, 1:3 ratio. Sorry, here 2 rows is soybean, 1 row is maize. 1 row maize followed by 2 rows soybean, then followed by that maize. Like that 1:3 ratio of intercropping maize soybean intercropping, 10 kg is required. Then this is for more important for your objective point of view. For fodder purpose maize, fodder purpose, fodder 40 to 50 kg required. How much required?
40 to
40 to
50
50
kg
kg per hectare.
Okay. Then crop geometry 45 into 20 centimeters, 45 centimeters into 20 centimeters is found optimum. Okay. Then tell me what is crop geometry and what is the density? What is the difference between density and geometry? Yes, density and geometry. What is density? What is geometry? Geometry. This is not related to this course and all. That are basic things. Geometry. What is geometry? Geometry. You have a geometry box.
Space available.
Geometry means what?
Crop areas.
Crop area. Geometry means crop area.
Density
Space
plant
available for
population.
the plants.
Tell me first about density. What it mean by density? Density.
Plant population, sir.
Plant population.
Plant population.
Plant population per unit area. That is density.
Yeah.
How many plants accumulated in within that meter square? That is density.
Space.
Then what is geometry?
Plant size, shape.
Plant size. Plant size and shape. Plants, all plants are same shape. All are okay. Geometry means arrangement. Arrangement. Okay. The square, triangle, rectangle, or quadrangle, whatever that all are called as geometry. Geometry means in our agronomical case here, arrangement of plants. If you are shown 45 into 45, the different type of arrangement. 45 into 20, the different type, like that. So geometry is arrangement and density. These are basic questions in agronomy. Anybody ask you anytime. Okay. Then coming to depth of the sowing. What depth you have to sow the crop?
5 centimeters.
5 centimeters. This is based on the depth of sowing is determined by what?
Based on seed
Foliar
size.
Seed size.
foliar type, sir.
Seed
Okay.
size.
Then how much depth you have to go based on seed?
3 to 4
3 to 5.
centimeters.
3 to 5.
AM 3 to 5. Okay. Okay. So sowing depth is 5 centimeters, and based on the collectile length or seed size, we have to go for. We have to decide that one. Sowing depth. Then coming to one clear picture on different type of maize and the seed rates and plant geometry and plant population given here. Just someone explain me what is that? Yes, Girisha,
Yes, sir.
tell me what is that? What is the table is showing? What you got
Seed,
from the table? What you are getting from the table?
seed rate to plant geometry of maize for different purposes.
I know ABCDs. You explain me.
Purpose, sir.
Anybody?
మైజ్ యొక్క వెరైటీ సార్. అదే
Variety.
అంటే
If
డిపెండ్
you
ఆన్
grain
ఎండోస్పర్మ్
purpose
డివైడ్ చేసిన
maize, for grain purpose maize, if you want to maintain optimum plant population of 83,333 plants with spacing of 16 to 20 centimeters, you require how many kg of seed?
20 kg.
How many kg of seeds? 20 kg of seeds is required.
20 kg.
For gain purpose, you require 20 kg of seeds. If you sow 20 kg of seeds with 16 to 20 centimeters plant geometry or plant density or spacing, approximately there is a 83,333 plants will be there. Number of plants per hectare. Then coming to another spacing, that is 70. If you go on for 75 to 20 centimeters, then the plant population will reduce almost 20,000. Okay, that is 66,666. Then coming to sweet maize, there is another type of maize, sweet maize. Okay, you know the sweet corn. That is sweet maize. Generally we call sweet corn. That is, which generally we sow this sweet corn in 75 to 25 or 75 to 30. The spacings and seed rates are plant population more important. Okay, sweet corn. If we have to sow at 75 to 25 centimeters spacing or 75 to 30 centimeter spacing. If you sow at 75 to 25 centimeter spacing, you will get 53,333 plants per hectare. If you sow at 75 into 30 centimeter spacing, you will got 44,444 plants per hectare. And for that, you require 8 kgs seed per hectare. Then coming to next one is baby maize, baby corn. Nowadays it's very famous, baby corn. Okay, you have to sow baby corn at 16 to 20 centimeters or 16 to 15 centimeters. If you sow at 16 into 20 centimeters, the optimum plant population you will observe 83,333. Then, in case of 16 to 15, that is 11,111. Okay, sorry, not 11,000. That is 1,11,100 and 1,11,111, and that is 83,000. Okay, that is 1,11,000. అంతేనా? ఒకటిలో పదులు వందలు వేలు 10,000 లక్షలు 1 lakh. 1 lakh. Okay, that is for sweet corn. Seed rate is 8 kgs. Baby corn is 25 kgs. For sweet corn, our spacing is 70.20 or 70.25. Sorry, 70.25 or 70.30. For baby corn, 60 into 20 or 60 into 15. Seed rate is 15. Coming to popcorn, your popcorn you have to go for with spacing 16 to 20 centimeter spacing. Population will be 83,333. Then for green crop, normal maize crop, green crops purpose, you have to sow 20 kg seed with 75 into 20 centimeter spacing or 16 to 20 centimeter spacing. As like same, that is your for green crop as like same your grain crop. Green and grain crop, for green and grain crop, your spacing and seed rate and population are same. Then coming to fodder, it's important 50 kg of 40 to 50 kg seed rate is required. If you go with 13 to 10 centimeter spacing, you have to sow 50 kg and you will get how much? 30, I think 3,33,333 plants per hectare. Okay, here I am. Stop. Okay, here I am stopping today. I have time now. I will continue sometime. Okay, otherwise, okay, I have other class. The remaining aspects we will discuss next class.